Hello everyone, this is Gorax, and if you're looking to build the strongest team against Mekkatorque Season 2 endgame, look no further than your summons. Now with Tiamat available, this team is just totally broken. Tiamat alone can support the whole team. We can survive almost the whole battle against Mekkatorque, which no other teams, even with 2 supports, can do, while also doing a competitive damage within the top 3 teams against the endgame boss. This team is easy to build, and I'll show you how to build it with the right equipment and timing, because that matters, as well as the difference between the high inspiration team and the low inspiration team, as there is a huge difference, and this will be a good test for those of you who have access to these inspirations. Now, in this case, the fight that you are seeing is with the high inspiration on this team, and this team is outdamaging any other team that was able to build with how my setup is. So let's have a look at my test setup right now. Okay, so now about the team and how we build this team. So as you can see, we really have only one support, and this support doesn't have much sustain. On top of that, on the Dark Lady, we're not going to use her exclusive artifact. We're gonna use instead Witch's Remains, as this will apply defense penalty on the boss. We'll use Emissary Robe to boost the damage, and we'll also use the King Gloves. Each time we inflict a debuff, she will heal herself. When it comes to the skills, what makes her so powerful? When an ally dies on the battlefield, she will share their attack, defense, and HP, which cannot extend more than 30% of her base stats. She will also heal ally heroes by 10% of the dead units' max HP, capped at 10% of each ally hero's own max HP. So this is quite good healing. She will also apply attack penalty with her battle skill, and this can be upkept pretty much a lot, and buff prohibition on during the rotation when we apply debuffs. So 2 debuffs across the board. And you could see we had 7 in total. And these are the talents that I chose. Alright, so let's have a look at Bernade, who is another exclusive hero. This is exclusive hero heavy team. We have 3 exclusive heroes. With Bernade, we will follow similar strategy to my previous teams. We'll use Crown of the Unclean to apply defense penalty. Oh, and once again, why are we using Witch's Remain? We attack all targets twice. This is a high chance of applying it. Then we use that to grant us another buff, and we use Puppeteer Set, which we don't usually use against this boss, but we use Puppeteer Set here to be able to play 3 supports on default timing. I'll show you the timings in a second, and once again, these gloves when we apply a debuff, and these are the talents that went with Bernade. Alright, so Irzillas is still a valid option. I mean, we can survive the whole battle, so why not focus on more damage? And that's what Irzillas does, right? We get 20% attack up and damage up here as well. The set that we will use on him is the Iceberg Guardian. I've been showing you that. Grants you accuracy and resistance, that's fine. We don't really care about that on Irzillas, but you need accuracy, a little bit of accuracy to apply this when taking damage. So make sure he has enough. Try with a little bit more than that, but as long as you proc it once during the fight, he's done his job. And he's also have Hourglass to be spamming his skills constantly, and we will use these talents. Another support with rather mandatory inspiration. I left Sintrellia with inspiration 1 because this is a huge damage boost. This inspiration increases the duration of Banshee Curse inflicted by battle skill to 10 seconds. It's huge damage improvement, and this is quite mandatory for like this team to do solid damage. Obviously, you can play it without it, but your damage will be lower. And she will be the one using the 3-year set. She will also use the Tau Pipe organ. We're not really worried about resistance, and this is the only artifact that really makes sense unless you have a better option. So let me know in the comment section down below, and we will use these talents on her. And once again, second season, each content so far, Continental Challenge and Endgame Season 1, the best damage, Continental in Season 2, and now Endgame in Season 2, Lelwanis still the best damage dealer. Her artifact, 4 mythics, focused on total annihilation, as much crit rate and crit damage as you can see. Obviously, enhance your equipment, temper it, make her even stronger, and use these talents. We are not using her exclusive talent. This talent provides even more damage, especially at this fight. And here are the skill timings. We want 30-second rotation on Dark Lady to apply, which is remain, and then few seconds later and few seconds before the crystals disappear, we want her ultimate. This so far has given me the most DPS. You can even do something like 15 seconds, but this has given me the highest damage and DPS output. Other supports will be on default. We just want them to pop their ultimates to support as quick and as fast, because the sooner Lelwanis jumps into dragon form, the better. And this is why Bernade is such a good pick. Now remember, I will cover all different options when it comes to the team building in a separate video to make this one just about the best picks. And we'll have the shield at whatever, right? And the team can survive the whole battle. The timings are as follow. Placement is not really important, as long as you don't put hero here, she'll get bumped here anyway. And the fight is pretty simple. Hopefully you watched my previous video so you know what this fight is all about. So let's run it. Previous fight was with high inspirations, and now we're gonna run it with low inspirations. And remember, my psychic core is so low compared to what yours can be. So you will be doing more damage and you'll be surviving easier than I do. So look at that, Lelwanis ultimate, the crystals are already gone. We're still not in the dragon form yet, we're just getting there. That's us in the form. Now we're gonna cast another ultimate. Notice that this energy bar is where they are disappearing, and this is basically a few seconds before we do the ultimate. And look at this DPS. We are at 200 million straight after the first ultimate in the dragon form, and now we just keep going. We currently have only 5 debuffs, which in previous fight we went up to 7. So maybe some inspirations helped, or we still didn't trigger the frost from Irzillas. So that's one thing that you should be careful about. This can happen and then just repeat the fight. Yeah, as we can see, it did trigger now and we got to 6. And remember, as I said, lower inspiration, weak psychic core, no enhancements on the equipment, and someone dies. Similar to the burn team, Sintrellia was the first one to fall, but we're still looking at around 520 million damage if we cast this ultimate one more time, and that's the highest I got with this setup so far. So now let's run this team without Lelwanis exclusive artifact. We're gonna use the Great Demon Skull, as that has been suggested to me. If you know better options for non-artifact Lelwanis, let me know in the comment section down below. Without it, we're looking at a significant drop in damage, but still 328 million, that's pretty solid. Now I showed you at the beginning a fight with Inspiration 5 Dark Lady. I know this will be out of reach even for the biggest whales, so let's get everyone else inspired and leave the Dark Lady at 0 inspiration. And just to confirm, Inspiration 1 Tiamat will also apply healing prohibition, so this is why we had 7 stacks instead of 6 without her inspiration. And in case I forgot to show talents on everyone, here they are. So as you can see, with lower inspiration on Dark Lady, we can't survive the whole battle, but we're still doing over 700 million damage, which is very good and very impressive. So yeah, definitely she's worth picking, and definitely worth even trying to get at least 1 inspiration, especially for this content. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have what it takes to build this team. And once again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!